the world, in fact, to be confirmed for that prestigious event. They go battle out for their share of $1 million. Who better to be kicking things off with the man, the myth, the legend, possibly the best player in Europe currently is Respectful.
Yeah, he's been renowned pretty much as the best player in Europe since the end of summer season. But alongside him, he has some strong slayers, but Respectful really has been the man who has stood out for this FAB game squad. Looking at the game types throughout this series, I honestly think a couple of them could go in the way of Infused. Some favorable game types definitely for them. So FAB are going to have their work cut out to them early on in this series, and you can see Respectful right here. They're already on the back foot. You can see just them doubling up in their own base, making sure they're pushing through.
Yeah, I don't by any means think it's going to be easy for them. I think they're going to give them a good run for the money. But however, they kind of need to do that in order to, and I want to touch on what Mark said, kind of exert their dominance and show the NA that they are no pushover. They are a bloody damn good force. They need to absolutely trash Infused here. They don't want to let this one get close. Only a best of 5. You don't want to be pushing game 5. They want to trash them into the floor, just as they have done. Stick someone randomly. Sneaky gets blue screen of death. Then Respectful comes in, cleans up the flag, so that's going to be out and about. Cristola, half shields over here in bubble. Grenade goes down. I'm seeing some more bullets. Gets tagged up by Jimbo straight across the map, and it only kind of sings a further song the level of teamwork and communication on this FAB roster.
Yeah, this life from Respectful right here is so vital. Not only has he returned his own flag, he can also start moving the Infused flag as well. And this is actually a questionable flag route right here. I was surprised to see him not move this straight through car 2. As a result, he's going to be flanked through bottom middle from Cristola, and he's immediately on the return as well. I really liked the way Respectful played that until that flag run came in, and now Infused there on the aggression. A bit of a missed PP shot right there from Cristola, and Jimbo will take him down.
Yep, just finds a green P at him. That's certainly not going to do much damage. Move over to Jimbo's POV. One of the legendary people of the European scene. Everyone knows good old Jimmy Boy, getting heavy on the streaming. Recently hit 100 subscribers on Twitch, so big congratulations to him. The grind has finally paid off. Unfortunately, does get taken down at P2. Flux and Kimbo picking 2 up in the kill feed. Also, 2 down now for FAB. Great little advancement here from Flux. Will crouch up against the wall. One person goes soaring above his head. We hear the noise of the thrusters and stabilizers kicking in. However, it doesn't matter. Jimbo and 2 Foxy are going to answer 2 back themselves, including Flux. Move over to Perry, a.k.a. 2 Fox's POV. See what he's doing, creeping over here on Carbine. One person's coming out of the bubble, while other side on the map. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Respectful, going to slam one in and put Fabi up 1-0.
Yeah, it seems to be all Respectful so far in this game. You can see in the kill feed, Cristola actually has the sword. But looks like Camouflage is actually in favor of Infused. That's Flux on your screens. But again, another key kill there from Respectful. He seems to be doing everything in this game. Just took down the Camouflage player there as well. Nullifying effectiveness. Another kill on the board for Respectful. This is why this man is known as the best player in Europe. He's doing so much work right now, whether you realize it or not. He's putting down so much damage, getting key returns, key flag runs. He's capping flags, killing Camouflage players. This man is doing it all.
And the one thing I actually kind of note there, something a little bit unorthodox. They decided to take the flag down low, wait for a second. Now they're going to run it peace side. Didn't have the initial help and support that he needed there. 1, 2, 3 members of FAB will drop. That's going to be the return. Now it's what we see coming out of Infused. That's firstly going to be a sword coming out of Kimbo. He's going to be in the base. Been super aggressive, but a grenade once again from Respectful. These grenades that this man just lobs across the map, knows where players are, now he just feels them out, is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it really is. I want to swap over actually to Flux, but he'll go down as well. Let's swap over to Kimbo. We haven't really seen too much of him so far in this series. They are, of course, down in game number 1. 1-0 so far. If he can get this kill, this would be absolutely very nice. Kills 2 Foxy there as well, and now we can start moving this flag. It's all about how his teammates are going to cover him right here. They do have pink tower control. Nice kill there from Kimbo as well. That's actually going to allow this fight to be moved right here, and this could be 1-1 unless some of the Fabi players are able to overextend to top middle to Carbine, but Cristola's already there. That's going to be 1-1.
Cristola with the bodyguard comes in on the opposing side. Stealth cap as well. No one touching him. But I also have to mention, Harry, the stealth cap. Sometimes it kind of says a lot about the team. You know, they're not just desperate in a flag and just YOLOing it. You see too many teams, it's like, oh, crap, he's got the flag. Let's just run at him. But then they end up dying. It makes matters worse.
Yeah, and that's something that FAB have worked on during Jimbo's kind of off spell when he's just stopped streaming for a little while. FAB, they really want to tighten up their game and make sure they're not giving up silly mistakes. They realize, hey, if we push right here, we could be giving up 2 caps in a row. And actually, 3 slays once again here for Infused. That means Kimbo once again is going to be running a flag. So this could actually be, again, another flag cap here for Infused. But oh no, it looks like Mose is doing Mose things in the basement with the sword. That's going to stall the flag just enough. And he is weak. He can't quite put the flag in though. The return might just come in right here. It's 1 sliver away from being returned, but they get the touch. But oh, the slays come in once again. It's right on the spot. Jimbo here is moving in for this return, but so much pressure coming in from Infused. And that flag, oh my god, is on the spot. shot. Jimbo moving in for the return. He gets the touch as well. That flag's returned from FAB.
Absolutely clutch. That is so devastating from Infused. But again, I have to give them, you know, a level of respect for not just charging in and dying over and over again, because in essence, that actually stopped them from getting counter-capped on. Look at this. I'm actually going to keep my voice quiet because this is so sneaky. Camo and sword, no idea. Neither of the players. There's one. Second one's behind him. Doesn't get the scope in. He's going to get chased and hit hard by the AR. Whips out one of him his own. Oh! Clutch. Flux comes in and saves the day. He does drop, but at least trades off with the player. Sword will more than likely doesn't change hands. He actually stays with him. Flux get the beat down initially. But you know what? Respectful says, not today, my friend. You can have the blunt end of my AR. You're going down.
What's very interesting in this game, actually, all slays seem to be pretty much even. The player there, Mose, once again with the sword, just flying up into the attic to take down that Infused player right there. Slay's pretty much even so far, which is quite telling in the scoreline as well. Camouflage not for another minute, so we're going to see another kind of slugfest, a battle of supremacy right here on Truth. You can see 2Foxy just being a nuisance underneath the Infused base, and this is what this man does so well. He can really put damage down from behind, and Infused, they have to make a decision. Do they chase this flag, or do they try and take 2Foxy out? They've taken 2Foxy out, but can they stop this flag? It looks like Flux is actually going to be in a position to help. I believe this is Cristola on the return, so very nice execution there from Infused, taking down 2Foxy from behind and also getting that return.
Did you just see Flux just absolutely beeline away from the flag? He's now gone onto the opposing side of the map. He's took the sword away from FAB. He's actually come around. He's inside the base. One-on-one battle. Oh. Big battle with Respectful. Takes him down, so now they have potential to move this flag, but he needs to be aware. 2Foxys on the opposing side. Carbine in hand. Just going hard defense right now. Moses under the base. One-on-one battle again that he needs to win. Manages to do it, so now they at least clear Infused out of the base.
Yeah, while we were, you know, kind of fantasizing over that massive play there from Flux, it was actually 2Foxy with the 2 Carbine kills. We saw it in the kill feed. That was the bigger play to be made in that kind of situation, and 2Foxy pulled it off. And now it's Cristola with the sword, and this is a dangerous position here for FAB. If they don't make sure if they don't clear out Cristola here in the FAB base, they could be in for a bad time, as he had that sword. But it looks like actually Camouflage is going to be in the hands of Snaky, but he's just gone down to the hands of Mose. I want to see a little bit more of Mose POV if we can, because this man so far in this game, it seems to be the man getting the first kill more often than not for FAB.
Yeah, I think we need to see some Snakies. I've not really seen many of these players. We just seem to focus on the main slayers who are just popping up in the kill feed time and time again. Grenades will go down into Infused base, puts pressure on Kimbo. Unfortunately, has to reload. Kimbo doesn't manage to take advantage. A little bit unlucky there. Most turns around with the pistol, pops it in, and as you can see, just coming off the back of that one, keeping the pressure applied onto Infused, trapping him in the base. He's allowed to run across the map with the flag, slam it in the back of the net. We're up 2-1.
Yeah, very nice stuff there. Didn't even realize that flag was being moved, actually. So very nice stuff there from FAB, really sneaking that flag across the map. And now Infused, they basically have to start slaying again. 2 kills immediately, though. That's going to be the trigger for Flux to push into the FAB base right here. But Jimbo picking up a nice kill on Kimbo right there is going to slow down the push. Snaky taking down Mose will help things out, but you can see the spawners from FAB already flooding into the base. That means Flux and the boys have to slay out yet again. Cristola with 2, though. That's going to help things out, and now we can start moving this flag. Oh,
Mose and Respectful, though. I believe that's all 1, 2, 3 members, though. They've just wiped him off the map. Everything that they put into that and really delivered into it to make it push forward and get something. Respectful again, you just saw 2 grenades coming straight across. You saw the kill feed, took them down, then Mose cleans up a 3rd. Every time they look like they're making headway to try and make something happen, you just see this big defense. And we've seen Mose and both 2Foxy up on there on P3 with the Carbine, just putting it up there, sitting and going on the hard defense. Flag goes for a move for just a second. We do have Cristola, at least we'll save the day and stop any advancement on that one. Look who it is, we've just spoke about it again, 2Foxy with this Carbine. Yeah. Saw it with Snipe Drone in the previous games. Like, players just know that this weapon, it hurts. Whether you're online or online, it absolutely drills.
Yeah, it does. Respectful there was trying to move a flag, but you can see in the kill feed, Flux took him out. But one thing I really like out of FAB, they have 2Foxy here posted up with the Carbine in the Carbine tower. Camouflage is actually in the hands of Snaky, so we'll swap over to him. But one thing I like about FAB is the fact they had 2Foxy in that tower with the Carbine. He had players pushing into the flag to try and bait out the Infused players. When you pull the enemy team's flag, the enemy team has to react to that and try and take down the flag player. Otherwise, he's going to make some ground across the map. FAB realized that, and 2Foxy was able to pick up slays very easily right there.
But at least he gets the kill, and so does Cristola. So that's 2 down now. Mose answers back on defensive. Shoots him through the little gap in the window. Kimbo takes down one as well. Sword in hand. Sees Jimbo coming off the respawn. Tangerine goes flying above his head. Avoids the first grenade. Gets the swipe. Takes him down. But unfortunately, two more players. They're kind of turtling just a little bit. But you know what? They're managing to slay out now and move out. Snaky coming up into P2. We'll stick on his POV. Hopefully, we'll go through the dev screen as well. We'll give him a little bit of love to see what he does. Because at the moment, he's between a rock and a hard place. Checks the radar. Sword's coming in. Spartan charge as well. Just sticks it in his chest, takes him down. We'll wait with him off the respawn, see where he goes straight off of there, because he could have a lot of FAB just running in his face, which is, as you can see there, look at Mo's. Got a sword, let's just beeline, give him hell.
Yeah, give them hell indeed, and Mo's actually was taken down. So Jimbo here with top middle control. The slates in the game actually only +4 for FAB, so the slates actually pretty even. Make that 5 now as Jimbo takes down Cristola, but slates in the game, you know, they're pretty even, and FAB still have another flag capture on the board in comparison to Infused. Only 130 left in the game though, so this is really getting to the nitty-gritty part of the game. Infused really need to start stringing some kills together. You can see 2 kills right there, but the problem is they're nowhere near the FAB base. They have to slay again before they pull this flag, and you can see the FAB spawners there all flooding back to the base, and that flag's pretty much going to be dead. So they have to reset right now and get more kills, but FAB are already pouring into the base. And that is absolutely crazy from FAB. They're coming off the respawn, cleaning out all of Infused from their own base, and just 1 minute left in the game now for Infused to get a capture.
I need to touch on what you just said then, Harry, because when you mentioned it, it was absolutely neck and neck. Red team and blue team, both teams here had 81 kills each. Now we see FAB, they've just picked up 4, so now they've got 85 to 81. However, the flags are both being moved again. Both of them are out and about and being pulled. We may possibly even see a standoff. Jimbo, though, with the camo, slowing it down for just a second. Going to get the return because absolutely no one knows he's there. A very, very unlucky kill. If it had been just a second earlier, they may have been able to make something happen. Mo's getting pinpoint on the flag, though, as Flux tries to go downstairs, get a few seconds on it. That's going to be game. Throws it up. Someone's there. Got to be there to catch it. And, of course, it would be. It would be Jimbo. 3-1 will be the final score of game number 1 as we see FAB move one step closer to Burbank, California.
1 game closer for FAB. Very nice stuff from them. 6 more kills than the Infused squad, but 2 more captures. Very, very nice indeed. Looking at the stats, respectful, we hailed him as the best player in Europe. A +6 spread. 25 and 19 from him, but all round on the FAB squad, very nice stats indeed. Look at the assists, in fact, across the game. Flux with 20 as well. Lethal touched upon it on the desk. He is the tactician for that team. And
the glue.
He really is the glue, but only the 17 kills for him in that one. Only 3 behind Snaky, but it's so hard to play against this FAB squad when they are rolling like they were on Truth Capture the Flag right there.
6 kill difference, though, between the 2 teams. I know, fair enough, it's about objective and objective efficiency in this one, sticking the flags in the back of the net, but I have to give credit where credit's due. You know, Infused, they did not make that easy.
And you know what's actually really fascinating? Infused had 4 camo grabs compared to FAB's just 2, and FAB still won the game. That really just speaks to how good they are at shutting down the camouflage grabs, and also just playing when, you know, there's no power-ups in play, and just playing with that sword and those rifles. So very nice stuff from FAB, very much what we expected here in game number 1. Now, the next game is where it gets a little bit hairy for FAB, in my opinion. We're going to Eden Slayer, and Eden's a bit of a funny one. If you can grab a player like Cristola, who's on your screen right now, if you can get him like a power weapon, like a rocket launcher, or preferably a sniper rifle. We've seen the shots that Cristola can hit in the Pro League. Obviously, that fantastic highlight play.
The Coliseum.
It's engraved in my mind, man, in the back of my skull. Every time I go to sleep, I just see that Cristola play. Absolutely crazy shots he hits. So if Infused can get the sniper in Cristola's hands, they certainly have a chance here on Eden Slayer, because the game tends to slow down very much. I mean, we saw earlier on the pacemaking pandas in that game 5. They really sped the game up when the power weapons came up. So, in my opinion, that's what FAB need to do to shut down Infused.
Well, we'll see if they can do it. We're going to be getting this next game underway in just a second. If you are just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to the Halo World Championship European London Qualifier for 2017. One of these 2 teams at the end of this best of 5 will be booking their tickets and making their way to North America. Game 2 on screen, Eden Slayer. After that, we will move into a Plaza Strongholds, and if they are needed, we will move into Fathom CTF and Plaza Slayer for your games 4 and 5. Honestly, with the performance that we've just seen coming out of Infused, and again, it was only a 6 kill difference, I have to stress that I'm I know it's not about Slayer, but to be able to keep up in kills with FAB, that speaks, you know, words. It speaks volumes, Harry.
I think if Infused take this game, they can potentially force a game 5.
Really?
FAB are undefeated on Plaza, and Plaza is game 3 and 5. But if they can take this one, I fancy Infused on Fathom. We saw FAB, especially on Jimbo's stream, really struggle with Fathom capture the flag. They really struggle pinning in spawners and making sure that they don't, you know, let spawners overextend into their own base. So if Infused can do that against them on Fathom, they can definitely force a game 5. But first, they absolutely have to take this Eden Slayer.
All right then, kicking things off with Kimbo's POV. We got the sniper rifle. We're going to chill over here in blue, move up onto platform. See what we got. I think it'd be good at this point, maybe, Harry, to stick on the player outlines. We'll have a look at observer mode, show you guys at home where people are going to be hanging around, and look through the eagle eye of Mr. Kimbo himself. Bring that up in just a sec. There we go. One person, 2 people moving out of rockets. 2 people up on this catwalk. Gets a quick tag up. 4-0 though. Make that 5. Well, talk about a good start, homie.
Yeah, and this is what we were talking about. Eden Slayer, it can be one of those game types where if you don't get the power weapons off the start and Kimbo hits shots like these, you can really find yourselves in a hole early on. Kimbo, they're tagging the no-scope on Jimbo, but, excuse me, Jimbo is actually going to help. I believe that was Respectful, who actually is going to find this sniper rifle. And now this is where Fabi can really get back into the game. But you can see Snaky in the kill feed has the rockets as well. So Fabi, despite grabbing the sniper here with Respectful, his main target right now is going to be Snaky, as he still has those rockets in play.
Oh, someone just comes flying across the map, try and tag him up. Still only 1 kill on the board here. 3 goose eggs are living loud and proud, so to speak. But, you know, I actually think, I mean, I could be proved wrong here, and usually I am, but I think if I was Team Infused, I wouldn't be that stupid to stick my head out. They know exactly that Brandon does have the sniper rifle, and he's just playing around. He's probably been called out because he did get, especially now he's kind of a little bit more out in the open, but why bother pushing? Why bother giving away death? There's absolutely no reason to do it.
Yeah, and Infused right here are playing for this next set of rocket launcher, which actually comes up in 20 seconds. So Fabi at the moment look like they have a little bit of turbine control, but off of our screens, Kimbo's actually pushing around the blue bend. Snaky there actually pushing to the tower as well. Cristola's scalp just gets taken off by Respectful right there.
God.
Beautiful shot.
Through the gap?
He did, exactly. And now Fabi actually have turbine control for this next set of rockets. So with the rockets ready, Flux, you can see on your screen, trying to make a play for them, but oh, he actually gets the slay on 2 Foxy. So this is going to be a big kill right here for, oh my word, Respectful doesn't make it happen. So looks like it's going to be Cristola to pick up the snipe. He has 1 bullet left in that, but I believe the rockets are actually in the hands of Flux.
See, that's the worst thing.
Oh!
See you later, Brandon. Gets deleted off the server. Holy God.
You know what's funny? It was actually Cristola who was domed by Respectful.
Back.
Exactly.
Good
How's about
God.
that, man? Anything
Sweet
you
revenge,
can do,
man.
I can do better.
That is amazing. But just to touch on a little bit more, what kind of, you know, of a spiral of events that happened there. 3 members of Fabi went down. Fair enough. They only had 1 bullet in the sniper, but more importantly, this man, he gave them rocket control, Harry.
Yeah, he did, and it was a big play in Turbine from Flux to grab these rockets. Now the question is, can he convert these into kills? We'll miss that one. We'll miss the second as well. 2 Foxy taking him down right there. That could be a swing point in the game. He has help here as well. 2 slays in the kill feed from Fabi, and 2 Foxy taking down the rockets right there. They're actually going to transition into the hands of Respectful, who is hitting some very nice snipe shots, and it looks like Fabi are in a great position to grab the snipe now as well. That's actually going to go into the hands of 2 Foxy. So very nice play there out of Fab. They're certainly not out of this one yet. The next rockets come out in around 45 seconds exactly. So the idea for 2 Foxy right here, let Respectful get those kills with those rockets, and now he just can basically just try and find any of the Infused players. Pick off players like Flux right here, who are overextending for kills. Cristola will trade off Mo's right there, but 2 Foxy, in my opinion, Fabi are going to try and make a play for tower right here so they can get 2 Foxy in a position to stare into Turbine, but instead they're going to flank round to Turbine themselves from the blue bend and let 2 Foxy pick face.
Some damage was done with those rockets. They got a few more kills on the board. Another Cristola once again. I really feel sorry for that boy. He must be getting a headache right now with the amount of time he's getting a bullet planted between his eyeballs. One jumps up, doesn't quite get the kill, gets the tag at least. Sniper rifle's going to drop. Another rocket just goes flying in. No targets found off that one. Brute PR getting messy down there. Jim and Mo's working together. Kimbo will answer one back, but he gets absolutely wiped out as well. Picked up a double before he went down. Hard scoping in on those rockets. It's Cristola. What a win as well. Gets the battle. Gets a perfect, actually, in fact. We'll hop on board with this POV for just a second, because once again, Harry, it's Infused, excuse me, grabbing those rockets time and time again.
Yep, and it's this man once again, Snaky with the rockets, and a 7-kill lead as well. If Snaky can convert these rockets into kills like he does on 2 Foxy right there, Infused are going to be in a great spot going forwards. And honestly, if you're Fabi right now, if Infused take this game and they go to that game 4 Fathom capture the flag, which admittedly isn't one of FAB's strong game types, we could be seeing a game 5 right here. I know it's a pretty early to speak to that in the series. We're only in game number 2, but we have to look forward. FAB, they don't look comfortable here on Eden. They're down by 10, and Snaky, he still has these rockets.
What a fairy tale story this would be if Infused somehow managed to beat FAB and just go to Worlds above them first. This is a scary roster, you know. We knew it were good coming into this, but just how good I did not expect to be seen. When I look at the scoreboard, 28-19 and Eden TS. But then again, Harry, you did mention how this map just plays to their strengths so much.
Yeah, it really does, and especially when you have this man. This is the second sniper he's grabbed in the game, and Kimbo isn't one of those players. He can hit the flashy shots, but he very rarely goes for them. He's just more of like a solid sniper, right? I mean, he always seems to convert this weapon into kills, the sniper rifle that is. But Kimbo is getting pressured early on, but he's rotated all the way around to red. The next rocket's coming up in 30 seconds. So we'll see Kimbo here rotate either outside or to the catwalk to try and secure his team's turbine control. You can see on the player outlines right there, 3 FAB players. Oh, the dome of Jimbo gets taken off.
Please.
And he actually tags the no-scope as well. Too Foxy challenging.
That's, wow. I didn't expect that.
Me neither.
And I don't think he did either, because he put his gun away. Yeah, down he goes. So, you know, great challenge there. Challenge accepted, and he took it, and he got the kill. Rocket's going to be dropping in 6 seconds. Could be game-changing. Still a very, very close game, 21-13. There's the Rockets, bang on, 6 minutes. He knows that player's coming back, though. He baits him out for just a second. Grenade comes in, takes him down. Infused, once again, with these Rockets. They are not letting go of these fireworks there at the moment. It's really kind of what's FAB's biggest weakness. They're just destroying them.
And what's absolutely heartbreaking as well for FAB, it was Respectful who picked up the new snipe, but was taken out by Snaky immediately. And now the sniper's going to transition actually into the hands of Flux. So now it's Flux's turn to try and convert this weapon into some kills. Really nice stuff out of Infused. 40-24 against FAB, the most dominant team Europe's seen in quite some time. Haven't dropped a map in goodness knows how long. Are down 40-24 on Eden Slayer. Great stuff from Infused. They're really converting these power weapon kills. They have 5 in comparison to FAB's just 2.
Is this happening? Is this really happening?
This is real life,
This
right?
is absolutely insane. 40-25. Things are getting quite slow. I think in the back we're going to be setting up a listening. Maybe not. It's a little bit too late in this game to do it now. Only 9 kills remaining. As we see Flux stick another bullet between the visor of a FAB player.
Yeah, actually, this game looks almost lost here for FAB unless they can grab the next set of rockets, which, as long as Snaky, again, keeps chiming in kills towards that kind of 50 kill mark, we're going to be looking on to the next game. Snaky actually is down, so we'll swap over to Kimbo, who just took down 2 Foxy. I would love to go early on in the next game with a listening to FAB if we can, because the next game is actually Plaza Strongholds, and 2 Foxy's play calling on Plaza is exceptional. It really is, probably the best in Europe. So FAB listening at the start of the next game I think would be a great idea, but first let's watch the rest of this Eden Slayer. And Respectful finds himself down 13 kills. There's only 7 deaths for him and his team to play with as well. Infused, they've played Eden Slayer right here to absolute perfection.
So it's pretty much the countdown is on now. We're approaching 4 minutes remaining on the clock. 30-43 is the current scoreline. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, Kimbo hits the barrel. Mose gets blown off the server. See you later, my friend. Respectful challenges that one as well. He'll accept the double kill challenge. But if you are just joining us, welcome along to the European 2017 Halo World Championship London qualifier. This, of course, is pretty much the 2 best teams in Europe right now. Team Infused going out against FAB-E. Flux again with another double. He's going to round this up, looking for the last one. Rockets in the back pocket, 3 of them to play with. He's pretty much gonna put the nail in the coffin here for FAB-E. Rocket goes in, doesn't find a target, 2 come back, another one comes down, and there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Infused answer back. They take down FAB-E in game number 2, which at least guarantees us a game 4 on stream. Remember, this series will send the very first team to California. The winner of this is going forward to NA to compete for their share of $1 million.
All right, so we got a series. Eden Slayer, FAB dropping that one. Looking at the score lines, Jimbo 5 and 12, not the best scoreline, but again, we speak about it so much. It's so hard to play against the other team when they get so many power weapons. Looking at the scorelines, Snaky with an exceptionally fantastic game. 15 and 7 out of him, and Slayer is particularly very good. Low deaths and high kills as well. 11 assists out of Cristola, so very, very nice stuff out of them. Kimbo with 13 and 10 as well, and I tell you what, man, Infused, they just looked the complete package right there. on Eden Slayer. And we said that this would be one of those game types that FAB really struggle with, and it was evident right there here in London that Eden Slayer might be a little bit of a sore spot here for this FAB squad.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, if we think back to Pro League, you know, Kimbo, he was the only one. He's given Infused, sorry, excuse me, I keep thinking these two teams, the amount of times they've played against each other and been on the rosters, but he actually give FAB their only series loss throughout the entire, you know, entire spring season. And hell, I genuinely think they can possibly do it. Quick tweet on stream. Remember, guys, you can tweet in all weekend long. It was so fast. I actually didn't catch there, but thank you very much. Use the hashtag HaloWC. We want to hear your predictions, who you think is going to be taking this one. But, of course, which two teams will be advancing to California. $1 million, Harry. That's a lot of cheese.
It's a lot of cheese, isn't it? Shame I'm lactose intolerant, really. But game 3, Plaza
Take your tablets and
Strongholds.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
The worst part is I actually really like cheese as well.
Feels bad, man.
And milk. And donuts.
And everything else in the world.
But game number 3, Plaza Strongholds. I have FAB taking this one. It would take some fantastic play out of Infused to take this out of their hands. But honestly, I think 2Foxy's play calling on Plaza especially is just exceptional. Like we said in the commentary in the last game, 2Foxy really just knows what to do, and he really keeps his team level-headed in game. He's constantly saying, when we hear in the listening, no doubt you'll hear him saying, don't be the first death. Let's get the first kills. Just sit still if you have to. This was something I picked up from Jimbo's stream, actually. 2Foxy is constantly drilling that mentality into his team. Just don't be that first death. When we get the first kill, let's go then. Let's just wait for the other team to make the mistake. And that's what I expect to see out of FAB, here on Plaza Strongholds. And then going into game 4 will be Fathom Capture the Flag as well. So that will really set up a really enticing series. I actually have Infused taking that one, and that would actually set up a Plaza Slayer game 5.
What a series. What an absolute pleasure and an absolute treat it is to be sat here casting this one. Guys in the audience, y'all make some noise. Y'all having some fun?
Woo!
Things are getting hyped up here.
I'm having fun.
We have. We've got a full jam-packed house here at Wembley. Thank you everyone in-house joining us, and obviously out there in the Twitch chat. It's a pleasure to be here in the booth with Mr. Wonderboy. Dude, this series is going to be lit, I think is the word you use and all the kids use these days.
Lit.
It's lit, fam. Strongholds on Plaza. First team to score 100 points will be your victor. Diving straight on in the game. Mr. Respectful, his POV will be our first person to watch. Grenades going in thick and fast. First strike comes in. Cristola goes down. Camo's still up. However, I'm seeing a Spartan beelining across. Down we go. You know what? I've actually been told in my ears, Harry, we have a FAB listening. Let's take a quick look at their communication, see how things are faring up after that first initial loss.
Is it good now?
No, you can't.
Oh, yeah.
No,
My mic's not working. Okay, it's not picking up. I don't know what's up there.
Well then.
We tried.
Yep, we tried. I'll take responsibility for that one. YOLO.
Jimbo just being a drama queen.
So we'll get a couple of things fixed
my mic
up.
isn't working. Ooh.
Oh, you know.
Oh,
It's not as if communication means though. It'll be fine. So we'll, yeah, guys, we'll get that one reset and resorted and get cracked on with it once again.
What timing for that listening?
Yeah. Damn it to listen. Mic's not working. Feels bad, man.
Feels Jimbo, man.
But yeah, I mean, this is, I've got to mention it. I'm just speculating here, but this is kind of the first time I've ever looked across that roster and thought, they actually look slightly worried. They're not the same, you know, laughable, joyable, having a bit of banter kind of roster that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, we're so used to seeing Fabi so cool, calm, and collected, but they actually look almost a little bit kind of uptight there on the stage. Like, we're so used to them at like the ESL studios and looking at them on that stage back then at 4 season finals, like sitting on that stage, they look so like relaxed and calm. But here they just look a little bit, I don't want to say nervous because obviously they've been here time and time again, but they certainly look a little bit worried, and they are completely within their rights to be worried because this Infused squad, man, they are putting up a hell of a fight, and they've looked really strong, especially in that last game, 50-30 on Eden Slayer. Don't forget, this is FAB, who haven't dropped a map. That's their first map drop at a competitive tournament for quite some time. Certainly, they went at the 4 season finals undefeated without dropping a map. So that's really going to shake FAB down to their core. They're going to say, wait, what? We're not undefeatable? Hold on, there's something wrong here.
So just while we get this one reset, Harry, let's recap for the people at home that haven't been, following the European scene for as long as what we have. Initially, FAB was created. They were going undefeated in Pro League. They decided to remove Snakey. They bring in 2Foxy without a single loss. They take someone out of that roster. They replace them. They then go on to win the summer season. We then start off again. Jimbo becomes free agent. What do? They replace another player, Kimbo. 2 of their ex-teammates sat on that opposing roster. Without any losses, they replace them, which says to me that anyone on this roster is replaceable. It's all about the win, and they take and they build that team around what they think needs to be done to get the W. I mean, that kind of mentality, it speaks volumes about how much they want to win this. I mean, personally, I can never now, I don't see any of those players ever being removed from that roster, but then again, when I look at Kimbo, I think, for me, definitely individually one of the top 3 players in European Halo. I still can't believe they booted him off the roster.
I'd completely agree with that, to be honest with you. Kimbo is just such a strong individual talent, but he has to go up against this FAB squad who, honestly, man, we said before, they haven't dropped a map at full finals, and they, honestly, they are, you can never count them out in a competitive setting. They're up here on the stage, and FAB, they're going to be looking to try and take down Infused here in this series.
You know what, Harry? While we've got a little bit of time, let's actually take a quick look at a VT and have a chat and have a look at how FAB have been faring up coming into this competition.
My name is Brandon Stones. I'm the team captain for FAB Gaming, and my gamer tag is Respectful.
Regarding competition, I'd say there's 3 big main teams. The French side, Supremacy. They've got a lot of good players. London Conspiracy, and then definitely Infused. A lot of up-and-coming players. Genuinely, I think they're all on par. With
online practice, everyone's pretty much at the same sort of level, so on the day, kind of anything could happen.
Regarding the open teams, obviously you've got Epsilon that have been doing really well online. But for me, I think the XL squad, they've got a lot of experience, and I feel they're going to be one of the loudest teams at the event.
I can see Epsilon definitely causing an upset. I mean, I'm not really sure who against, as to say, but they're quite a strong team, and I can see something happening. We played really well last tournament, and we've only improved as a team, so we're going for that perfect record again.
Last event, we didn't drop a single game. All it is we want to go to Worlds, top 2.
We've played well because we've got LAN veterans on our team. We've all got plenty of experience, and we've been a team the longest. Everyone's making team changes after every season and whatnot, and we've just stuck together and got stronger. Strengths of each of my teammates, I'd say Mose, he's very aggressive. He's always the first kill, but he's just a really strong slayer. 2Foxy, he brings a lot of communication, a lot of like saying what to do, where to go sort of thing. Basically, if it comes to this sort of situation, if you want him to clutch it, he'll go clutch. And Jim, he's just an all-round player. If you get him to slay, he'll slay, do the objective, he'll do everything for you. Halo WC, we just want him to make it to America. That's what we're focused on. That's our goal, doing well over there. Obviously, it's just us gunning for first.
Well, there you have it, guys. Loud and proud. And honestly, everybody knows that this team has more than enough ability to do this. Get the job done, make it to Grand Finals, and book a ticket to North America. Game 2, guys, is now reset. We are locked. We are loaded. We're going to be getting underway with this Strongholds Plaza game. Once again, if you are just joining us, welcome along. Tweet the stream, use the hashtag HaloWC. Tweet us at HCS. Let us know who you think is going to take this series. And, of course, going to match up in the Grand Finals after we play through loser bracket. On board with 2Fox, and you mentioned being the shot caller, being the absolute beast on this map, Harry.
Yeah, I'd still love to do this listening with FAB if we can. Hopefully it goes a little bit better this time round than it did last time. But yeah, FAB, 2Foxy, he really is the shot caller for FAB. We saw Respectful in that VT we just saw. He said he brings a lot of communication, a lot of telling his players where to go, and you'll see that a lot during the listening. You'll hear that a lot during the listening, I should say, as Jimbo here will capture bottom middle early, and that sets a very nice kind of vibe for FAB going forward. I was about to say, did you like the pun, but then realised vibe no longer in Europe. So.
Yeah, I saw where you were going with it, but you know what? There's still a purple team. There's still a purple team.
I tried.
London Conspiracy have got the colours right. But Mose is diving down, gets taken out as well. 2 more players will fall down to bottom mid to try and take control of it and get a hold on what's going on, because things are getting a bit messy in the death pit. Looking straight across at Nest, 2 plot capture here, 0 points on the board for FAB. Respectful's trying to change that and make something happen over in Nest. Grenades are going in thick and fast. But I don't really see anyone being able to stop him. I say that, Cristola dove up straight across, beeline bottom mid, went up from S1. Does get the trade-off, so no one's still there, but no one's advancing on it, Harry. They're just leaving it wide open. They're not going to get the reset. Another player's going to dive into it. Holy hell, what a save coming out of Kimbo.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Cristola got the trade, but couldn't grab the reset. Kimbo actually saw Jimbo there, I believe it was, trying to fly across right there to try and grab that reset. but Kimbo, he predicted the movement, got the nade off, and that's going to be the end of Jimbo. And now look at this scoreline, 20-0. FAB have bottom middle, and Jimbo picking up 2 right there will help out their cause. Now he can push back either to the yard or he can push to the nest. I think he's going to go to the nest right here, but Infused, they still have a good hold on this stronghold right here, but a couple of kills going in the kill feed in their favor. FAB, they could potentially take the nest right here.
One thing we always mention in this area when we're talking about it, the terminology of bleeding them out. For the people who don't really understand how strongholds works, what does that reference mean exactly?
Basically, bleeding out the other team means if they are not scoring, you basically need to grab as many strongholds as you can. Total control is what you want. When you get those slays on the board and you're already scoring, go for the enemy team's stronghold. Get as many points on the board early as you can and try and almost just scatter the other team, because if you are on the other end of total control, you have to make such precise and concise kind of team movements and team decisions, and honestly, some teams really struggle with that, especially on the lower end in Europe. But FAB are not one of those teams that struggle with that. You can see right here, they are back to scoring, but Nest and bottom middle are both coming under the cosh right here, as I believe that is Flux picking up 1. He takes down Jimbo, and that's bottom middle once again going in favor of Infused, and it's about to be total control.
Damn, son, this is getting out of control real quickly. They did initially stick a Band-Aid on the bleed out, but once again, they're back on it. Look at this aggression. They're just diving on in. The double is there. He's got no support, though. Takes out 1. Needs some more help. We're going to see Flux diving in potentially from up on top gold. Gets his shield back. Picks up a double kill as well. Eagle Eyes, 1, 2, 3 members just eyeing up bottom mid. Rotates around. Respectful has no idea where he's coming from. They're just pushing in aggressive. They're not stopping this pure aggression. Ooh. Thankfully, Jimbo saves Mo's life. Ground Pound Town was looking likely. Superman's fist was coming down from the heavens. He does get taken out. Jimbo now helping from Mo's. They've got 2 of them. They're going down bottom mid. Got to be careful, though, Bjard, because that's about a quarter taken unless they get the reset on it.
Yeah, and this is why Jimbo's actually rotating back to this kind of anchor spot right here. He can see the nest, he can dive down to bottom middle if he wants as well, but he could also see the yard. But he's seeing the nest is actually coming under the cosh from the Infused squad, but he's actually going to have to surrender that. Bottom middle is also ticking as well. Infused are actually back to scoring. Wow. They take the nest and bottom middle simultaneously. Jimbo right here has to pick up the leftovers. He has to clean up those players, and if he can get bottom middle back here, this wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but the challenge will come in. He has help from a teammate, though, so this really should be bottom middle going in favor of the FAB squad, but I believe it's Flux here, who is still contesting. He's still contesting this stronghold. He will go down to the hands of Mo's. I believe that will actually be bottom middle going in favor, not just yet in favor of FAB, but it looks like a couple of bodies in there. They will surely secure bottom middle, but again, 2 Infused members. This, oh my word, this stronghold is still being contested, and they make the stand on bottom middle, 63-21. What a stand there inside bottom middle from Infused. Fantastic stuff.
Was that a fight for bottom mid for nearly 30 seconds? I mean, more importantly, that's just allowed FAB just to tick and tick and tick. And look, 67-22. Now the pressure's back on. They've taken yard. They kind of let it go for a second. It's gone. 2 people down bottom mid, but you've got Respectful down here with the shotgun. 3 members now, unfortunately for Infused, are down.
Yeah, we saw Cristola there playing a little bit slow on the nest, and he witnessed that bottom middle was being taken by FAB and said, hey, you know what, let's just relax on this. I just need to make sure I keep the nest. In fact, he surrenders the nest instead to FAB because Cristola went down. And this is what FAB are so good at. Having someone up here, Respectful, what Respectful's doing right now is anchoring this spot, making sure any players that spawn in blue don't fly over to the nest, funnel them into the yard, and if they spawn tram, he can cut them off right here as well. He still has this shotgun in his back pocket as well with 2 shells in the chamber right there. So this is what we were talking about. FAB are so good at this because now Infused, they're about to go 4 down, and total control is still in favor of FAB right here. Don't forget, they were down 60 to around 20. They're within around 15 points of coming back in this game.
Talk about a turn of events. Banner goes one-on-one, gives Cristola 2 punches left and right. Good night, my friend. Nesto getting turned around. Look at that, spins around on a pinhead, gets the call out, takes down the 1 shot, picks up a double as well, going one-on-one battle for this nest. They need to be aware, though, while he focuses on this nest, other things are happening. You've got Yard and bottom mid to look after as well, but his teammates, Harry, they're not even, you know, no one's touching him, no one Infused is getting the chance to even look in on either of those sides whatsoever. This kind of speaks volumes to what FAB are doing. They're now drawn up. They're about to take the lead. They were down by around 50 seconds.
Respectful's doing so much work right now, man. He's got 2 kills in a row, and the beauty of FAB actually just kind of giving up the nest right there. Oh my word, if he would have made that kill, that would have been absolutely crazy. Jimbo will help him out by taking out Flux as well. And the beauty of them giving up the nest right there is that they were still scoring. They had total control, and the first the first capture on the board from Infused was that nest. And because Respectful stayed alive, he was able to rotate back to that nest and recapture it as well. So once again, total control in favor of FAB, and now Infused, they really have a decision to make. Do we push bottom middle? Do we get the yard to stop the bleeding? They actually grab bottom middle early, and Flux here is going to rotate to try and put down any of the players that are pushing. And look at this flank right here. He picks up 2, could get 3 here as well. This would be a big kill and a big momentum swing for his team. He gets 3 in a row. The over's there as well. It's on the Prius. In fact, he will just get the kill. Kimbo helps him out and gets the camouflage as well. Very nice stuff here from Infused. And this is the kind of play they need to get back in this game, because Fabi are so good at Plaza Strongholds.
I mean, he completely bailed on Yard and no one took it. I'm never going to say what's happened in case he can actually hear us, but he's still there with Camo. He's just going to touch it for a second. Foxy gets lit up by his BR. Goes 1-on-1 with Jimmy. Accepts the challenge. The triple was above him. He's going to be half shields at least. That's going to be Moj just camping down. Bottom mid's about to get turned around. He gets tanked up as well, so he's forced to crawl back into S4. He can just sit there, but you know what I mean? He needs to dive in. They need to make something happen. Sneaky dives out, then dives back in on gold. Going to try and make a defensive push on this one. Comes around the corner. Unfortunately, finds 2 players. Gets absolutely lit up as he falls down into pit. They're only 6 seconds away from winning game number 2.
Yeah, and with those 2 kills right there, if Jimbo can pick up this one, wouldn't be surprised to see him push straight into the yard. We saw 2 Foxy on the kind of player tags right there, was already trying to flank straight through to that yard, and Snaky with 2, that might just salvage the game, but it's all over. Fabi, they take Plaza Strongholds, as I predicted, but Infused, they made a hell of a game of that.
Did we hear some screaming then? What a game, what a series we've had so far. Let's take a look at the kill feed in just a second to show you how that one laid out in the end. Infused looks so good. It looked like it was in the bag, but unfortunately they just choked at the end as Fabi came in and just put a big bandage around it and wrapped it up. 18 and 14 coming out of Respectful, 17 and 16 from Jimmy to Foxy, 11 and 15, but 22 goddamn assists. Holy hell. 21 and 16 for Moles. Unfortunately, not the best of a series for Kimbo. Goes down 10 and 16. Yeah, I mean, let's break this one down for a second, Harry. What happened?
Well, the beauty of Fabi's Plaza Strongholds games is that they actually only had 6 more kills than the Infused side, and they ended up with the win. That's pretty crazy. Usually when you see a team win a Strongholds game, they're outslaying the other team by like 10 plus kills when you see that kind of scoreline at the end, 100 to 76, I believe that was. But Fabi, wow, man, when they had control, the thing is, Infused had control for most of the game, but when Fabi had control, they really pushed that triple, and that's what sets Fabi apart, flanking into that yard, making sure when they get control, they get total control of the map. So really nice stuff there from Fabi, and now we head into Fathom Capture the Flag in game number 4. One of their weaker game types, I would say, definitely up there with their Eden Slayers, probably their weakest flag game type. So this is potentially a weakness that Infused could potentially try and target here for Fabi to force a game number 5.
Well, we will find out. Fathom CTF will be game number 4. We'll bring you the current series layout up in just a moment so you guys can see how this one's been unfolding. But I suppose on the other end of the on the barrel there, Infused won't be too happy because they kind of threw that away. They had a very, very solid lead. I believe, was it 16 to 70 at one point? I could potentially be wrong.
Around 60 to 20, around that kind of scoreline. They had a commanding lead, and you're right, they will be kicking themselves for throwing away that one. They actually only ended the game, despite being up around 40 points with just, I think it was like 60 to 20 at one point. They ended the game with 76 points. So they only got like 15, 16 odd more points than when they were up against Fabi. So Fabi really salvaging the game right there, and that's what sets them apart. They were able to dig deep and pull that Plaza Strongholds out of the bag in that one. 2 Foxy's play calling definitely coming into effect right there. And you can see they look a little bit disheartened right there. Obviously, they still have a game 4 to come up, but knowing that they are only 1 game away from dropping down to the loser's bracket against Fabi, it's not the best feeling in the world.
It's not, but taking a map from Fabi in doing so, I'd be worried. I'd be looking at some of these other rosters out here. I'd be quite worried because so far Fabi have just been dumping on anybody that wants to challenge them. Infused, they're stepping up to the challenge. let's bring up for a second the series layout and show you guys at home how this one has been playing out so far and how we could potentially be ending this. We're moving into a Fathom CTF. If you are just joining us, this, of course, is your winner bracket final. FAB going up against Team Infused. If, and it's a, well, I want to say it's a big if because Infused want to have something to say about it, but if we see FAB win this next map, they're going to North America.
They most certainly are. Those Halo World Championships 2017. That's where their eyes are. Obviously, their eyes are on this series right now in this next game, making sure they solidify their place in North America. But FAB have spoken for so long to make it out to America. Mosen, Respectful, losing out last year. Such a wonderful storyline if they were to make it to the World Championships this time around. But also, they want to better the kind of marker that Jimbo set on that Epsilon squad last year. That fantastic top 8, I believe it was top 6 in the end, placing at the Halo World Champs last year. So there you go, the series layout. FAB actually took game number 1, 3-1 on Truth. Then the Eden Slayer, FAB's first map drop in a competitive tournament in quite some time, 50-33. Infused took that one, and then as we just saw, FAB taking that game. Plaza Stronghold 100-76. We move on to Fathom. And what a game this is going to be. Definitely one of FAB's weaker game types, so wouldn't be surprised to see Infused come out hot in this one.
Absolutely fantastic scenes here at Wembley. The London qualifier on board with Foxy to kick off this game number 4. Grenades going in thick and fast. You can see those orange shots coming out of that light rifle. It's such a nasty weapon when you're scoping straight out the window on this map. Flag's already been moved though, and of course we have the new position of the map. Competition time after you saw all the different settings that have been moved in. This is absolutely extraordinary. We've got Infused going for the quickest gap I have ever seen. They're going to put one in the bag. They're going to stick the pressure back on FAB. Harry. Wow. This is insane.
They just hit a 30-second flag capture on FAB. That's crazy. I want to see how Jimbo and the boys actually bounce back from this one. Really nice shots on Kimbo right there. But I really want to know how FAB's communication are going down right now. So if we can, I'd love to jump in with a listen-in with FAB Games.
Kimbo's weak, they're light. Kimbo's weak, they're light.
Kimbo's in their flag now.
I'm going side of it.
Hide, mate.
I'll get one. Perry, I'm going right side over.
4 guys in their flag.
Watch other gen, The forge gonna push me.
One blue tree out low, blue tree out low.
Eyes killed. Front jump.
One shot,
One dead.
Watch the bottom mid. One's a silo, one is going for tree. One is bottom mid, one is on tree. Last guy is archery. Last guy is archery.
Back from me, I think.
Jumping come in.
You guys are silent.
Perry, I didn't know what I was going to say.
No dash.
You get around the corner, I can help me.
Yeah, she just fucking waited.
The flag now. We watch our left side, guys.
Kills, that's what it is. Two on my body, boys, go in. They both went behind side.
I got one.
Nice. Two went right.
Watch the left side of rail. Be a weak Chris. I'm going through bottom mid, left side.
Rail and 20.
Charlie. He's got rid of it.
Looking. The tree. You down low?
Nice, Fran.
I got one.
One shot, bro.
One's a front base, I'm pushing right side. Chris on the elbow. Got a right behind us. Chris on the elbow, wait for you. One's a gen on me. They're forge.
Rail.
Kimbo's weak. I can run one.
Cameras are 52.
Two on side on Perry. Rail. They're gonna have it, man. I can mitigate nade.
Front base, okay.
52.
Let's silver now, one shot. Go for it now. You got it. No, he's gone.
They're pit behind me.
We got
Camera 52.
One shot. I killed Rail.
Going to be coming up now.
One was one shot, blue pit. Blue pit, Perry.
top mid jump and archery.
Two top mid, they got it now, 46.
Start getting up top, start getting control. They got rail and camo, start getting some kills.
Camo's top mid.
In archery, by the way.
Who's got camo?
Come on,
Tree.
I'm gonna die, he's gonna push me.
More tree weak flags.
I died. Kimbo, Camo's got a tree, Camo's out splinters, Camo are splinters now, crouching.
Yeah, he's got end rail. I got him weak. One shot. Camo guy's dead. One running out. Running it, bomb mid. I'm
nading him.
He's weak, I'm behind him.
One shot.
Nice job, this could be two
I'm going for each other way.
Top middle right now.
I'm gonna
hop top mid.
From base still. From base, man. That flag kill me. I want to win it. You got bomb it. They're flag one shot, Kimbo. They're live. TV2 right now.
I'm going. Looks like hot.
Stay alive, you need to stay alive, Brand. You need to stay alive.
Where are you guys? Silent.
Stop giving away.
Pretty much neck and neck on the kills. Team Infused with 22. We're going to see FAB picking up 20 as well. But it's all about the flags, not about the Slayers. Currently, Team Infused in the driving seat with a 1-0 advantage. going to see Kimbo checking top mid. He's got Snaky there for some support as well, Harry.
Speaking of slays, Kimbo actually has half of his team's kills right now. He was sitting pretty on 10 when you said Infused had those 20 kills. So really nice slaying coming out of Kimbo. He also, I believe, pulled and captured the last flag as well for his team. 2Foxy on the other side, though, his shot calling seems to be coming under a bit of scrutiny right here, as Jimbo and the boys, they're finding themselves already 1-0 down. Obviously, that 30-second flag capture, they've done very well, actually, to fluctuate the Infused side. See what I did there, by the way?
I did, I like it.
But they're keeping this scrappy. It's very nice. And the next railgun coming up in 10 seconds is going to give them an opportunity to try and put some +1s on the board, get those kills, get those Infused members down, because they are such strong slayers. If you put them on respawn, you're not going to have trouble with them.
What an absolute treat it is to be watching this. I don't know about you guys at home, but I am pumped. FAB take down 3. The last member of Team Infused has the railgun. It's going to be Kimbo. Sticks it in Jimbo's face, takes him down. Last one alive, just standing his ground, going full defensive. Finds respectful, top mid. Another one accepts the challenge, but he says, right, you're going down. Mose picks up a double kill in the kill feed with the light rifle. Snaky comes in, takes out 2Foxy. Also, flag now on the move, but it's going to be Snaky. Great positioning, top mid. We saw him get that double earlier on. He will force himself into a position that he can play defensive, and he picks up the railgun as well.
Yeah, really not sure why Mose is trying to move that flag right there. It didn't really seem like the right play to make. I mean, if he doesn't pull that flag and Infused don't know he's there, he can flank behind top middle and grab top middle control for his team. As a result, because he didn't do that, he decided to pull the flag, was shot down straight away. Now look, Snaky's on top middle. If Mose was still alive, he could flank this player right here and potentially take the railgun out of the player's hands. And Snaky is doing work with the railgun, will take out Respectful, but Jimbo puts an end to Snaky's life right there, and the flag's actually on the move. I believe this is 2Foxy moving this, and it's actually in FAB's own courtyard. This could be all tied up 1-1 right here, Sims.
Look at that, just throws it, passes it along. Game of basketball. FedEx delivery driver, customer is there to receive the package. They're going to smack that one in. 1 apiece now, as we are here on game number 4, Fathom CTF. 2Foxy doing some serious work. And the one thing that we have noticed in the kind of the new meta is on CTF, Fathom, Harry, because of that new flag position, it's grab it and just absolutely steamroll bottom mid.
Yep, and FAB are absolutely rolling right now. You can see the more direct flag route trying to be run right there from 2Foxy, trying to take that underneath the treehouse. But look at Kimbo. Kimbo's doing work right now, man. Doesn't quite get the back smack, but will finish Respectful off with the headshot. That return's actually going to tick down around halfway, so if any of his teammates can actually fly over to that and potentially get the return, it's actually going to be Snaky.
Nice.
You see right there to grab that return. Absolutely vitally did so. And Crisola's already on top middle right here, so really nice effectiveness of the top middle control here from Infused. Pretty sure Snaky there actually dropped down off of top middle. Did he not see that player he hit with a nade right there? Come on, Cristola, open your eyes, bro.
Then again, when they go sliding and thrusting across like that, sometimes it is hard to see, especially for an old man like myself. Running it just Jet, and this is a very, very different kind of route we see. Must have been desperate times for desperate measures, but unfortunately the railgun comes down, does its job, and ends his life. Snaky in the kill feed with a perfect on Jimbo. Excuse me, it wasn't Jimbo, it was actually, I'm not entirely sure it was. I'm going to cast on that one. So we got Kimbo and Influx and Cristola, 1, 2, 3 members of FAB. Their bodies hit the floor, the flag's on the move. It's looking like it's in the back of the base. Team Infused, they're going to go up 2-1 in Fathom CTF Game 4. They are looking strong, Harry.
They most certainly are. Infused, they are so good at this game type, man. They will absolutely fly at you, and with only 5.5 minutes left in the game, Respectful does have a railgun, but FAB, they need a flag capture, man, and Infused, as long as they keep slaying out like this, FAB are going to have such trouble putting together flag runs. You can see Respectful, what he's trying to do right here, block these silo spawns, but look, the slays, again, coming in from Infused, is going to force Respectful to back up, check himself a little bit, has the railgun, but wisely does not fire that shot off, but I'd like to see him almost waste this last bullet of railgun, man. If he thinks he's going to die, he should waste it, but instead he's going to hit Flux straight in the face. Very nice +1 there from Respectful, and now that basically first kill is going to be the trigger for him and his team to push forward, but once again, Infused answering back, Mose goes down, and Respectful, again, trying to block these silo spawns, is going to be found out by one of the Infused players.
So the pressure back on to FAB, but certainly Infused. By no means are they out of this one. They are down 2-1 in the series, but they are up 2-1 in flags currently in Game 4. Grenades go down thick and thin, looking for hit markers. You know what's better than a hit marker? An actual kill. You know what? Why not a double? He makes it that one. Respectful. Triple kills there. Gives the beat down. No shield. You see the golden arrow for the assist. 2Foxy comes in, cleans Kimbo out of that base. So the teamwork and the communication proving vital once again. Mose anchoring top mid. The shots are coming in from blue silo, so he will fall down. Great to get Mose out of there again, time and time again. A long time ago, we used to have Railgun placed top mid, and it was such a massive power weapon in itself. It moves below now, but still top mid itself, Harry, it's one of the most powerful places on this map.
Yeah, not really too sure about that flag round once again there from Respectful. 2 kills from 2Foxy though will help out their cause. Their flag, I do believe, is actually still on the move. It's going to be Jimbo moving that one. The flag round's actually working out, so very nice play call there from Respectful on the squad. Jimbo will fumble the flag, but that's going to be all tied up. 2-2 here on Fathom. Fabi put one in. 3-4-3 left on the clock. Illuminati confirmed. And here we go. Jimbo once again pushing these silo spawns, blocking them off. And we could see Fabi run another flag right here.
I took the words out of my mouth, man. You know I like the memes. The memes and the cappers.
I'm sorry.
Let's go, boys.
You taught me so well.
Oh, well, at least we've learned. Meme Lords for life. 2-2 is the current scoreline. When we look at flags 2-1 in the series, we're going to see another flag being pulled, though. And Mo's in a great position in the courtyard just to stop any advancement on the return. Is forced back. Goes down in the pit. Snaky picking up a double Kimbo as well. 3-1 currently in terms of who's up and alive on this map. Kimbo out in no man's land in the courtyard, just kind of running around, trying to find where they're spawning. He's not seen anybody yet. Sees one in the base as they move across to the gen. Gets a perfectly timed grenade. That's going to light a firework underneath his ass, but I don't actually see any assist medal come in, so that player's still going to be running alive.
This map is just so perfectly balanced between these two teams. 63-63 in slays. Absolutely dead even. +2 now in favor of Fabi, as you can see in the kill feed. But again, Snaky answering back, taking down Moze. These two teams are going head-to-head, toe-to-toe. This is crazy. This map is just so poised. I have no idea who's going to get the next flag capture.
And this is why we see so many replays on Fathom, because it is just so even. When you get two damn good teams going at it, it can go on forever and ever. But obviously, there always needs to be one winner. If this is all tied up, we will go to overtime. If we finish overtime still tied up, we will go to 2 full replays if needed. And then it moves after that in the third one to a next capture wins scenario. But it's all about this game. We've got to get this one over with first. 2 minutes remaining on the clock. 2Foxy's POV. Railgun dropping, perfectly timed. Picks it up on the dot the second it lands. More than likely going to be moving back into his garage, checking if anyone's there. Makes his way into the treehouse. 3 members, though, all running up there. They're a bit tied up, but when you've got the Railgun, man, you always want it on top mid.
Not only that, but the camouflage coming up soon as well. So actually a very nice pinch here. You can see Moze across from 2Foxy, helping him out, taking players off of top middle. That's because that camouflage is about to drop, and here you go. 2Foxy with that as well as the Railgun. So really nice stuff here from Fabi. Taken out! Snaky with the back smack, that's huge! Taking out the camo rail player. Snaky in the end is put down as well. But oh my word, what is happening right here? This is crazy!
Here comes the push. 1, 2, 3 members of Fabi have dropped. We've got Respectful on his own, trying to make something happen. AR goes in, it's out on the opposing side, goes for the return. Grenades are going to come in thick and fast. He jumps out for a second, lands back on him more. They get another touch. No, they don't. It's still halfway there. It's scoring it, so this is going to be messy. They're all out in the courtyard. They only need this one cap to push game number 5. I believe it may have actually been returned. Yes, it has. Oh my word, no team giving up, Harry.
This is crazy, man. 1 minute left, and both these teams once again going absolutely head-to-head. I can't find a player that's going to stay alive for more than 5 seconds, so we'll stay with 2Foxy off the respawn. I'm almost certain this is going to overtime right now, man. I'm a man who's eaten his words in the past, but 40 seconds left. These two teams, again, fighting for supremacy. You see Flux right there, pushing around to Fabi's silo, trying to push those spawns, but again, 2Foxy and the squad just turtling back in their own base, waiting for that first kill, and you can see Respectful picks that, so they're going to wait for Jimbo to spawn and then push out. Look at 2Foxy right here, already trying to find once again a first kill, and now they're going to push even more forward, trying to get even more map control. Really nice stuff here from 2Foxy, already on top middle, and Fabi, they certainly have more map territory right now, but only 10 seconds left until overtime. We're going all the way, baby.
Time to count down that clock. Well, I think we kind of expected it. Let's take a quick look at the kills. 80 to 85 at this moment in time. You mentioned how even it's been throughout this entire game, Harry. And there you have it. Overtime is there. 3 minutes of play remaining. Of course, it's next capture wins because we are drawn up to a piece. This is insane. This is actually insane, and I can just see this probably going to be for these next 3 minutes of regular play.
Yeah, these two teams actually so evenly matched. They both have 3 camouflage grabs each. So they both have had their spell of power-up control. 2:35 left on the clock, and speaking of the power-up, it's up right now, and it's Fabi to grab their 4th. And with 3 players on top middle, that camouflage player is going to stay alive. That's going to be Moze. So now it's Moze's opportunity to flank round. He can be really sneaky right here, and just he needs to make sure not only that he's blocking spawns, he needs to be flanking those infused spawners. He needs to be putting this camouflage to use, but he's helping his guns out. He's helping his teammates out right there. putting damage down, but smartly backing off the top middle right here, making sure that Infused don't grab that top middle control, because that's what's been stopping most of FAB's runs. Infused players flanking around to top middle and shutting down flag runs early from FAB.
Still wandering around, no one's actually seen him, gets a beat down, and then an AR onto Flux, wipes him out. Snaky was running away, gets picked up by 2Foxy across the map. Also, just hiding down in the base, being a nuisance, why not? You might as well. Picks up a light rifle as well. He's been doing some serious damage with that one. However, 2 members of FAB do go down. Make that a third. 3 down now for FAB as they all push out and move forward. Kimbo looking to take top middle control, which he does. Grenades are there. Looking for any spawners down on the sign low. Nades are going to go in on the gen as well. So at least he'll get some hit markers on there, call those players out as he makes his way down to bottom mid. Stick spectator mode on, observer, excuse me. Let's take a look at what's going down on there. We're going to see 1 player fall in front of him. That's going to be 2Foxy. And at the moment, 3 down for Infused. So this could be FAB's time to push, and get another one in the bag and secure the deal and book a ticket to North America. However, neither of these teams, you mentioned before, Harry, Infused are not a pushover. They've been giving it as good as they get currently. Snaky going one-on-one with Respectful showing no respect whatsoever as he managed to win out that very, very close, important one-on-one.
Yeah, you saw that Infused player there kind of flying towards his own gen. That's purely because he wants to try and stall the FAB players, but Respectful's having none of it. He's trying to run the flag early, but there's another flag being run. FAB's own flag, 48 seconds left in overtime now. This one's really hotting up. I believe one of the flags is actually on the move. I'm not too sure. 2 players down for each team. Jimbo's going to be the man to try and force the issue. He gets taken down by Kimbo. This is going crazy right here. The flag's on the move. I do believe this is actually going to be Flux, who puts in the 3rd flag. Infused, they force a game 5 against FAB. Oh my word, this is crazy.
Woo, baby, game 5. This is insane. FAB have their backs up against the ropes. For the first time in a hell of a long time, I have not seen this roster be put under pressure as much as this, apart from when they went to America and they were slapped around by Team Liquid. Looking at the kills though, Snaky, Kimbo, laying down the hammer, 31 kills apiece. Stick the nail in the coffin, why don't you? We are moving into game number 5.
62 kills between Snaky and Kimbo. That's ridiculous. You want to know the interesting, in fact, crazy part about this? FAB outslayed the Infused team. They had 101 kills just to Infused 96. So we said FAB, that was a bit of a banana peel game type for them. We go into a Plaza Slayer game 5.
All right then, guys, I don't care what you are or where you are, YouTuber, Twitch streamer, content creator, on the website, you own a forum, you own Reddit, whatever you do, everybody, even the people in the audience, everybody, tweet the stream. Use the hashtag HaloWC. This is game 5. Everything lies on this next matchup. We are moving into a Plaza Team Slayer. The winner of that, the first team to bag themselves 50 kills, they book 4 tickets and they are flying out to California and they will be playing for $1 million. $1
million.
Gotta do the little sign as well. No one can see it, but
no.
$1 million.
We are nerds.
That is some good money. That is a lot of money. But more importantly, it's a lot of pride. The next winner of this pretty much, I mean, they are they are definitely the best 2 European teams right now. But Infused, the players on there, they've got a score to settle. They want to say, no, boys, your reign is over. This is our time now. You dropped 2 of our players, and you made a big mistake. I spoke to Mikwin in the past, and he highly, highly, highly rates Kimbo. He says he's one of the best players in Europe. Obviously, FAB, they didn't think so. They booted him off the team. He's got a point to prove, and so is Snaky.
They most certainly do, and doesn't this just set up the whole tournament perfectly going forwards? What a way to finish this winners bracket final, a game 5. That on your screen is what all the players here are playing for, that wonderful trophy. But not only that, a spot at the Halo World Championships 2017. As you said, Sims, the winner of this next game is going to be going to Worlds.
We keep repeating it because the gravity of this is huge. Literally everything is on the line. There is only 3 spots at Worlds for European teams, 2 of which will be found at the end of today, 1 of which found at the end of the game, and then we move into that gauntlet of the last chance online qualifier. This is insane. I mean, we talk about the money and the prize and the trophy, everything around it, Ari, but the pride, to say you've taken down FAB moving into this, and, you know, to show the North American scene, which is the challenge, that you are a serious contender, there's a lot on the line. Take a look at the series layouts if you are just joining us. FAB took game number 1, Truth CTF 3-2-1. Then second game went the way of Infused 50-33 on Eden Slayer. FAB took game number 3, 100 points to 76. And then we've just seen 3-2 on Fathom CTF went in the way and in the favor of Team Infused. This is it. Game number 5, baby. Let's go. Who's going to be going to Worlds? Let's find out. Slayer on Plaza is now live. We are going to be kicking things off with Fuse of Team Infused. Cristola jumping up top mid. Eyes on the prize when you're looking at that overshield. It's going to be burnt. We will see him go down. Snakey getting a barrel kill on Moz as well. Jimbo up on S4. Sit down, my friend. Notice one jumping up inside Cafe. Looks down at the window. Misses the beatdown. The hurt train is on as Infused. They're starting to come alive. And here we have Kimbo with the sniper.
Yeah, fantastic individual performance from Flux right there at the start of the game. He was one of the lowest slayers for Infused in that Fathom capture the flag game. They just won. So really nice start. I like the way he dipped out of the window, even though he was no shields, got the first shot onto Foxy, and then he worked from there, got his shields back and took him down. So really nice stuff from Flux, just turning his individual performance around. And now, as a result, Kimbo has the sniper, and this is a nightmare scenario for FAB. They need to slow this game down, but really nice trade there from Respectful. That was actually very important because they can't let Infused gain a lead going into this next overshield because that's going to force FAB to make a play on that, and they don't have the map control right now.
He needs to be careful, though, because he's oh, there we go. One coming straight up, and that was a very unorthodox and unexpected maneuver. He dropped down below him, bottom mid, then came straight up on the driveway. Sniper rifle, I believe, will now change hands into one of the players on FAB. They're still down by 2, but hell, it's only early game. 2 players run straight out of Cafe. Grenade goes in. Doesn't even manage to get one, so it's 0-for-1 trade. Unfortunately, it's not the best scenario. Kimbo doesn't take the shot. Yes, he does. Still plants it in the back of Mosey's head. You know what, guys? We actually have a Team Infused listening queued up and ready to go. Let's dive on in and have a listen to how the communication is playing out.
Absolute. I'll get him. Nice shit. They're gonna be overshield is 50. Overshield is 50. Hold this shit. Hold this shit. I'm trying to stay alive. I'm on Ella. Yeah, I'm playing Nest here. 10 seconds. Hold this. I'm silly pushes now. I'm watching blue. I'm getting Nest right with the beer. Yeah. Listen, let me get Slayer. One Slayer. Okay, might be crouch on you or watch out. Alright. I just got loop on you. Oh, absolute glass, man. Can you rock the blue? No, it's not, bro. Watch out. They got kills. Yeah, they got it. Oh, they got it. Yeah, it's goodness with it. Try multiple SMG. I don't have one. Bottom green, I died. One's bottom green. Brandon, can we wrap something, lads? Where? Is this with it? I missed my stake, he's weak. Right, stay alive, guys. Stay alive. Stay playing together. I shot him a couple times. Let's wrap you out. And it's shit spawns, man. Right, let's wrap you out. Top yellow and dip. Right. One guy here. Yeah, I can flank him. Show you out. Absolute flowers. Stay alive, don't push. I spawned Nest out again. Spawned in Nest. Can you help me, anyone? It's 3 points, it's 3 in yards, 3 in yards. Push it out. I'm trying to get the under. Glass. Everyone push away from this. Yeah, I'm waiting. I might need help there. Blue one shot. I'm pushing. Yeah, one shot. He's one shot still. Glass, one shot. I should get a kill here, boys. I got one. Nice, let's go. Where? Tram. He's on the car. I'm getting flanked. Robbie, go blue with that. Maybe. Blue truck, he's going to be on you, yeah? Yeah. I don't know where he's going. Robbie, I'll help you. Just help Robbie live. Where is he, Robbie? Nice, guys. Are you telling Robbie hit there? Oh my god, they killed me. Wait, he's dropping fields! Yeah. Look at Nest. One shot. Nest weak. Look at Nest. I got sniped from bottom left. Don't Nest. I'm shooting him. It's one shot. Nice, good one. Sitting in Nest. Nest is weak. Switch back out, yeah? One shot Nest. Big kill. Stay alive. Just stay alive. I'm shooting Nest. I'm blue truck. I'm gonna get you, boys. He's dead. Another one here. Stay alive if you can. Two shot up Nest. Let's jump 2 of them. I'll get one. Another one, 2 shot up Nest. I'm watching it. I'm funds. Blue up now. One game blue now. It's fine, guys. Slow it down. We got ages. Wait for us. One game watch the blue ramp. We're gonna this BR. I'll watch behind us, boys. Alright, I'm getting loop. OS is it, mate. I'm on glass. OS is around 48. Did I have snipe?
So we mentioned there, you know, the raw aggression is alive. The 2 kills down. But the turning point, Harry, we were speaking about before, definitely Jimbo with the OS. Since they picked that up, we've just not seen the level and the ground that they've managed to get before. Mo's aggression with the SMG, just absolutely putting the hurt on Team Infused, but he gets completely shown up as Cristola just dumps on him with the BR. To Foxy pre-nading that OS, hoping no one's going to go for it. It's the brightest thing, but I don't even think it's been touched. No, it hasn't. FAB desperate, they give away 2 deaths, and I think, yes indeed, Snaky grabs a fresh, clean OS.
Yeah, full OS as well, and that's heartbreaking for FAB. And this is where FAB really play to their strengths. The OS absolutely melted from that plasma pistol.
What
Too Foxy right there. Believe that was him with the plasma pistol as well, and it most certainly was. Too Foxy saving the game for his team, essentially, and now they're all tied up. Really nice stuff there from Infused to grab the OS, but Too Foxy, the playmaker for his side, saving the game.
Pings him across the map, first of all, with the pea shooter, and then gets the perfect nades, banks it off the floor, and cracks Snaky in the chest, takes him down, completely wipes it off, but they did desperate 2 kills to get it. Unfortunately, didn't go in their favor. Fair enough, they answered back by taking it down in reverse, but Infused certainly not stopping there whatsoever. 29-29 currently. Remember, guys, the winner of this is going to Worlds. Everything is on the line and everything is at stake. 2-2, your current series score. 2 members, though, dropping on the opposing side for FAB. Now we see a 1 kill to make that a 2-kill lead for Infused. Grenades are coming up. We see splinters all around. All that orange, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe, may have just dropped at one given point there for FAB. They're coming off the respawn. They're going to be over in the yard.
Yeah, and this is scary for FAB because Kimbo, if he doesn't lock down those blue spawns, he's going to get basically, it's going to get pushed for from FAB, excuse me. But the sniper's spawning in 10, and if Kimbo gets this, FAB, they have to make a push right here, in my opinion, to try and nullify the sniper. It's respectful, and the boys, they are trying to make that push. They actually trade 2 for 1, but again, Kimbo getting that sniper, but Too Foxy, I believe, was trying to combat evolve that away. Actually killed him with the sticky grenade. Fantastic stuff. Too Foxy's making all the big plays. It seems like every power weapon, every power-up that Infused try and grab, it's this man right here that's shutting them down. Overshield in the next 15 or so seconds, so both teams are going to be vying for supremacy on that one, but Too Foxy is just picking face. All tied up with the overshield coming up right now.
He might have literally just saved them the game. And by trying to get the Combat Evolve medal, he not only bagged the sniper, but bagged a free kill as well. He's getting lit up from glass. That player knows not to challenge Too Foxy because he will absolutely rip his face off. It's all on Flux, though. Flux needs to make something happen. He's got the OS. You don't want to be down bottom mid. He's getting melted. The SMGs and ARs are all over him. He gets 1. Can he find 2? The second person is trying to grenade him out. Finds a grenade going and rolling underneath the blue truck. However, there is no one else there.
That kill in the kill feed right there. In fact, 2 from Cristola is huge because Too Foxy had that sniper and now it's Cristola with it. And a 2-kill lead here for Infused.
Look at it.
They're up by 2 in game 5 versus FAB. They are so close to Worlds, they can literally taste it.
Needs to get back, though. He's overextended a little bit too much. He put the sniper out in no man's land. He did drop down on the stairs. I'm trying to see if anyone else is going to be picking that weapon up, but he went just a little bit too far, Harry. He should have been sat back trying to find people's faces. He's just handed Moz a fresh sniper.
Yeah, and that's Carlan's play right there. Really should have backed up to his teammates, and that's just crazy right now. In fact, he actually just dropped the sniper back to Too Foxy. So now it's Too Foxy with the sniper. And if I'm Infused right now, you're down by 3 against FAB on Plaza. Slow the game down. Make sure you're in a position to trade off any deaths that FAB try and make because the overshield's coming up soon. Your next objective, get the overshield. But Too Foxy through the grass on Kimbo. This man is hitting the world.
He pinged him in the back through the grass. How does that even happen? My God, this man's eagle eye is insane, but I'm just so blown away by that play coming out of Cristola. He literally... Ooh. Oh, here we go. Here we go. 2 more kills to seal the deal, but he literally aggressively pushed them, stayed there and hovered for a second. His teammates were behind him. He decided to run back and then die. Too late.
If I'm FAB right now, I'm speeding this game up. The overshield's coming up soon. In my opinion, don't play for it. Find the Infused players, push them early, and try and get the kills before the overshield comes up. Only 2 kills to go now for FAB. If they secure this OS, though, that's pretty much going to be game.
So, we're just running down the clock here. 3 minutes 20 remaining, but only 2 more kills for FAB. Mo's getting lit up, though, does get out of the way. Still putting a couple more on the board. It's only 1 more. They're just saying rush, 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 push, push, push. We only need 1 more kill. The other opposing team need 5. Unfortunately for them, this could be game, set, and match. They're getting lit up by the light rifle. Overshield getting tanked up as well. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. FAB are going to the Halo World Championship 2017. Moz, Jimbo, Too Foxy, and Respectful. Infused did not make that easy by any means possible. Moz and Respectful have done it. They're going to the HWC.
They've done it. Moz and Respectful, what a story for them. Missing out last year at the very final hurdle at the EMEA qualifiers. They make it good this time round on the FAB squad. 2Foxy with massive plays in a game 5. Numerous plays, shutting down the Infused overshield, shutting down Kimbo as he was waiting for that sniper. Intangible plays right there from 2Foxy really won his team the game.